see those guys and pedal through the middle of them.
Right.
And they're going to leave me alone.
Right.
They're just looking for clout on they're videoing it, and then they're doing shit to people that can't defend themselves.
Right.
And so hopefully when they do get caught, which by the way they did.
Oh, really?
They got caught.
So there was a whole thing going on in Ventura?
They rolled up and beat some homeless woman down there at where the 101 on-ramp and the 33 overpass is.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. Your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
Just lead in with that.
Yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up? Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast, guys. Coming at you live from the Hawk Tuah studios, where we're out here and we spit on that thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Get that thing ready to go.
Anyway, it's beautiful. Obviously, you can tell a lot of changes here. We don't have mics anymore. We're talking to these lavalier mics. We have wireless mics. We have new cameras. We have a new background just
totally
for today.
New studio.
It's incredible,
This
man.
is our news studio.
Yep.
We're bringing it live.
We come at you with hard-hitting news stories.
Hard-hitting.
This is so wild.
Yeah.
Dude. Kenny, I'm going to say this. You really are stepping up your shit, dude. This is incredible.
Yeah,
honestly.
this is much appreciated.
Yeah.
It's very distracting. I need to quit.
I know. I got to stop looking at it, right? Like, I can't even do the podcast with the
just
with the whole entire thing. But what's up, guys? How the fuck are you? We're excited to be here again.
Yep.
Just a pod with just me and Jay. We've been hitting you hard with Nardcore shit all month, and we're going to continue hitting it next week. But we decided to just take a little break and talk about what we do best, nonsense.
Yep,
right?
Absolute garbage.
So getting into that.
Hawk Tuah.
Hawk Tuah, baby.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I have. It's been around for a second, and it just all of a sudden really caught fire.
4 days, dude.
No,
4 or 5 days.
She had posted that a while ago.
I don't think it was her. It's like an interviewer that posted it.
But I think that actual video isn't new because I remember it.
Really?
So I've seen this video and I've seen her doing it, and I never thought nothing about it. Then all of a sudden lately, I saw everybody posting about the Hawk Tuah stuff, and then I'm like, oh, it's that, that girl.
Yeah.
And then so now I think that and I could be wrong, that it happens.
I think it was very recently, basically this guy was interviewing people in Nashville, and this girl came up and said something hilarious, and it sparked a worldwide phenomenon.
Awesome, dude.
Because there was like a whole worldwide manhunt to find out who she was. No one knows who it is. They've recently, in the last day or two, figured out there was this girl named Brittany something or other.
Yeah.
But now she kind of finally posted something saying like, hey, it's me. I'm alive. Everyone please calm down. This is nuts. Because it's like one of the most viewed videos on the internet.
It's so fucking funny,
in a long time.
It is awesome, man.
Dude,
she is just so good. As a dad of daughters, I
know.
I fucking like, come on, man, it's so good. I'd be like, hey, man, that was awesome.
I know, but you're a different dad, like I am.
Oh no, yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. But it's still, come on, man. That
a girl that is in Nashville, maybe preacher's daughter, you never fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, to have your daughter be the most famous human on the internet, which is more famous than Joe. I mean, Joe Rogan said Hawk Tuah like 15,000 times in that last podcast. You know what I mean? Like, that dude, you're more famous than Joe Rogan at that point, right now. You know what I mean? Like, as your dad, to be like, not only that, I just thought about this the other day. I was like, okay, this guy, whoever her dad is, hopefully he's around and alive and they have a good relationship, right? If you raise a funny daughter, you'd hope that you'd have a good relationship, right? But he probably looked at his daughter say these words and looked at his wife and went, bitch, you've never Hawk Tuah'd me one time. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a conversation starter. Because I've been sending my wife Hawk Tuah videos for days now, and she's still not getting the hint. At all. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, this is why
Yeah.
This is what this is
what leads to
this.
divorce.
She hit a nerve in all males that they want that.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be every time. You know what I mean? But every once in a while.
Yeah.
They want you to be mad at the dick. And just fucking spit on it.
Get on it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spit on that thing.
Spit on it,
you know
and get on it. Just fucking follow it up with a solid hand job.
Yeah, 100.
Just start working it.
Yeah, and she hit a nerve, dude.
Yeah, like you're trying to dry the handle off on a baseball bat. Just like you're just fucking just trying to get that fucking thing so you can get a good grip on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah I get it, man.
Yeah.
And it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's so... every other... Even my coworker... All day, every fucking video he looked at was like, Hawk Tuah! And he just was giggling. He's a 50-something-year-old man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was giggling his ass off, dude. She hit a nerve. Hawk Tuah girl, we fucking salute you, man.
You're
You've
awesome.
done more for the male community.
Cheers.
You've actually united America.
Cheers to the Hawk Tuah.
You've united America. There's World War III on the horizon. There's a lot of things going on.
We got shirts on our merchandise.
Do we?
No, we will by the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
It'll just be you holding a baseball bat going Hawk Tuah. Yeah.
Have you seen there's merch?
And
There's like all kinds of shit.
And then just Ron Jeremy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to pull something up with my Ron Jeremy days. But anyway, yeah, congratulations to her, man. It's incredible.
It's
I hope she's making money.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
You
But
know,
there's a lot of people that are.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Shirts, stickers, hats. I've seen Hawk Tuah spit on that thing 2024, like legit trucker hats that are already out.
And it's crazy how fast all of it came to fruition. Like, it wasn't a thing like Friday.
No, it wasn't.
You know, and then all of a sudden Saturday and Sunday, you're like,
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. Yeah. I really would like to know how long ago she did that video.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that long.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just.
I don't know how many.
Yeah.
It's got to be in the. Is it 1 billion views?
Oh,
you know
it's
what I mean?
gotta be, dude.
I mean, it has to be at this point, you know. And good for the guy that caught that moment, man.
Yeah.
Because those street interviewers, it's the most annoying shit to me. I couldn't imagine being like walking down a street and having some guy ask me like some dumb question. You know what I mean? Like.
But look who they're asking.
Right.
They're not walking up to us.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're you know. There was one that I watched the other day where they're like, thumb or no thumb.
Yeah.
And I loved how many girls were like, thumb.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude. Majority of them.
Really?
No hesitation.
Oh.
Thumb.
Interesting.
And then, like, look at their friend, like, what are you even, like, why are you even, you're not going to disagree with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. America's still good.
America's great,
Yeah,
dude.
drop a thumb in it, man.
That's our new
quote. That's a new one. Yeah.
Drop a thumb in it.
Drop a thumb in it. I will tell you that I watch these dudes. Like, I was watching one today, and this guy's just sitting there, and it's not like it's a kid. It's an older guy that's just sitting there looking at his phone. He's got headphones that are connected to his phone.
Yeah, yeah.
And the kid walks up and snips his fucking earbuds.
Yeah.
And then the guy gets up and he's like, "What are you doing?" And the kid is like, "Hey, don't stand so close to me." Mm-hmm. What are you talking about, homie? What, you just reached into my space, took my headphones and snipped them.
Right.
He would have never had the chance to go to.
Dude, I know.
You know what I mean? But I also think that people are aware enough. Like, he's aware enough to know that you probably don't want to fuck with that guy.
Right, right. He wouldn't do it to you, and he wouldn't do it to me.
But there's still, you know, there's some angry dudes that I know that are maybe a little bit smaller and don't look like they're angry, but they have Napoleon shit going on, and you know, and it's any time that I see one of those guys get the shit beat out of them. Honestly, man, I'm not gonna lie. When they get shot, if somebody fucking was to stab him in the eye hole, it just, to me, it's like, well, dude. Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, you
entitled little shitbag.
Right.
You walk around and do this stuff like there's no consequences for your action.
Right.
And then when somebody steps up, it's like, what are you doing? You're like, oh, get out of my space.
It's a prank.
Oh, dude, come on,
man.
Get
the fuck out of here, dude.
It's
It's wild. There's this one that I saw, and I think the dude's a comedian, but it's really fucking hilarious because this guy's like, hey man, what do you do for money? And this guy's like, he's like this like pudgier dude, and he's wearing headphones, and he's like, excuse me, and he's like, what do you do for money? He's like, I work at a processing plant for meat. And dead eyes, like the deadest eyes you've ever seen, right? And the guy's like, oh, okay, like, what do you do? He's like, well, I'm the guy that fucking puts the rod in the cattle's head and puts out their lights. And this kid's like, okay, and he's all, well, what's your favorite part about the job? He's like, watching the life leave their eyes.
Holy shit. Post that. Hey,
I won't find it.
Video but in here.
I think since then I figured out that it maybe is a comedian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he whether he got caught in a random one or like it was a sketch, but it was so fucking hilarious to me, dude.
God, I want to see
it's
that.
Like there's some Jeffrey Dahmer motherfuckers out there.
Yeah.
Someone's going to meet him. Like, I think there's going to be an age of YouTubers and like influencers that get themselves murdered, like by serial killers.
I think we're so close.
You know what I mean? Like there's going to be that time.
You see these guys that just get in people's faces and do this stuff, and it just I'm like, you are so out of line.
Come try it in Oxnard.
Yeah.
Come try it in Oxnard.
Yeah. But you see him do it to people. Yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
And what happens is like I was watching. If I'm going up an escalator and you reach over and touch my lady, and then say some shit,
yeah,
and then I snap, and then I'm dragging you down the escalator, and the whole time down the escalator, you're going, there's a camera, you're on camera, yeah. Yes, I am. Perfect. I am on camera. I'm bludgeoning you right now on camera because it is just, and of course, I'm gonna react.
Mm-hmm.
But I have enough where I'm gonna go, oh shit, okay, but they need to get slapped. At the bare minimum,
it's gonna be a point where people just get straight shot, like what I mean. And there's been a couple of times.
We're getting there.
I've seen it, but anyway.
Or just slap, man. The problem is if they do that shit, and then I'm on camera, he reaches over and does something, and I reach out and slap him. If you're in Seattle is a mutual combat state.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nice. So, and I mean, it was. I don't know if it still is, but
probably not.
It's always been known as a mutual combat state. So if somebody does something to you, you can react.
Can go back, yeah.
But in California, they can walk up and fucking stab your girlfriend next to you, and then if you fucking clean their clock, you go to jail.
Right.
Yeah. How in the hell is there any possible chance that, and I don't want to get into this, but how the fuck is it possible that Gavin Newsom's going to be president or vice president or anything at all?
I don't know.
That fucking dude has done nothing but lie and run this fucking state into the ground, and they're talking about him being president, dude. It's fucking bizarre.
I'm interested to see the debate that Robert Kennedy's not on, but I guarantee
it is going to be the dumbest fucking thing we've ever seen in our lives. Fucking, first of all, Biden's going to be so jacked up on whatever they give him. It's going to be A for Adderall, vitamin B, C for cocaine, M for methamphetamines, like whatever it takes to get him to run that gamut for whatever time. It's.
I saw a meme yesterday that said the best thing Trump could do is show up 2 hours late to the debate when all the drugs wear off. You know what I mean? You're like, dude, it's gonna be fucking crazy. It's sad, man. It's fucking.
It's sad, and Trump's gonna eat him up. There's no chance in hell.
Yeah.
That he's got any response, because I mean, as far as political figures, I don't think, and I don't know of anybody that has got the comedic timing and the shots that fucking Trump
There's
has.
a lot of ammo, too.
Dude.
There's so many fucking
he
targets.
Doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
There's no... He just fucking goes, pew, 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 haku, chaku.
Yeah.
He'll throw that in there.
Oh, yeah. Dude, what if the over-under that Trump throws a Hawk Tuah in there, dude?
Come on.
He would win the election if he throws a Hawk Tuah spin on that thing. In the fucking debate, dude. He would win the election for sure. You know what I mean? For sure.
If they keep trying to run Biden, they're going to win the election anyway.
They're gonna run Biden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is nuts.
It's what it is. You know, but yeah, I know it's wild, man. The internet's becoming wild. You know what I mean? Like,
it's been wild.
I know, but it's just lately I got back, like, because I kind of had to roll off of like the crazy shit I've been posting on our stories.
Yeah.
Because we're getting violated like every other fucking day. And I still, to this day, we're like unmonetized. We should be monetized at this point. Like, there's a lot of things. So I've been very mellow and buddy. Like, I don't know what happened, but I just got caught in another algorithm where it's just people getting hit by cars and fucking shot and, like, you know what I mean? Like, for all the whatever the fucking woke shit they're like editing out, there's like a whole world that they are not, you know?
The shooting shit.
That's crazy.
Is nuts, man.
Yeah.
It is. How, you know, you're just flipping along, and I like the cooking stuff. I watch, you know, I watched one doing some pot pie casserole thing today, and I was enjoying the shit out of it. And then I fucking scroll up one more, and there's these black dudes in wherever they're at, and they're in a gas station just having a little shootout. Just everybody just fucking going at it. You're like, what the heck? And that was actually a good one because there wasn't like, you didn't see the Brazilian guy that runs up and shoots the guy that was trying to shoot, you know, like the guy rolls up to rob him and the dude or the chick just steps back and goes, peek, 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 peek. And then walks up and shoots, like, make sure he's dead, and then turns around and goes bap, 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 bap to the guy that's already laying there too.
Way.
And you're just like, what the fuck is...
It's crazy, man.
But then there's also the justification of, like, here's two guys that roll up on the motorcycle that are rolling up on a scooter to go rob this lady, and then when they go to rob her, she goes... Not today, motherfuckers.
Boosh.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
you
she hits him with a Jason Bourne.
And you know, maybe if that shit happened here a little bit more, we wouldn't have these little assholes on these e-bikes running around Ventura County.
Dude.
Like they're fucking, you know, getting away with some shit.
The e-bikes have gotten nuts.
Yeah.
I was like a full firm believer of like let them rip, dude, like for a long time. It didn't bother me at all, but I almost hit one of those kids the other day because he just blew a fucking light, dude. I mean, blew the fucking light, and I had to slam on my brakes and do the thing, and I was like, motherfucker, man, like, they are nuts. These little e-bikes that are running around here are insane.
So, we were during, like, through the COVID stuff, we would do rides.
Yeah.
In the Cadillacs and the cars. We'd just meet up, and we'd always meet up down at Pierpont.
Right.
And we were hanging out down at Pierpont, and... a good friend of ours, Gertrude, she was pulling into where the yogurt place is, right there at the liquor store, Pierpont Liquor. And as she's pulling in, one of those bicycles came flying in. It was a young lady and a young man, and they ran into Gertrude's car.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. And they didn't stop, no nothing. They fucking slid into her car and fell down. And then all of us are like, holy shit, man. Are you guys okay? And they're like, well, you know, no, we're not okay. All right, well, we're calling an ambulance. We're calling the cops. No, don't do that. Just give us $100.
Yeah, no.
Just give us $100. No, man, we'll call, get you an ambulance or something. We're not going to give you money.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, oh, well, no, we're going to call an ambulance right now. They jumped on their bike and disappeared.
Took off,
you know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's been nuts.
Along with that, here's another one, is the very first time that I went to jail for running a stop sign on a 10-speed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Me and my homeboy Scott were rolling through Lemonwood, and I was on a 10-speed. He was on his bike, and we were rolling, and we rolled through this stop sign, and then we heard the sirens.
On bicycles?
On bicycles.
Okay.
Heard the sirens. Immediately, I went this way, and he went that way.
Yeah.
And it was
and
two
the cop
motorcycle
just happened
cops.
to follow you.
It was two motorcycle cops.
Yeah, you ran around on that.
No, man. He pulled me over, and I got a ticket. And then right after I got the ticket, I moved to Seattle.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, well, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the ticket. I'll just whatever. And then went to Seattle and came right back. And then there's a whole nother story and night that goes along with when I got back and finally got arrested for the ticket. And but yeah, I went to jail and like sitting in jail
because of an unpaid ticket, essentially
running a stop sign on a bicycle. Yeah. So all these kids that are doing this shit, they violate the law constantly.
Oh, constantly.
If the cops went around and started really booking everybody, but what like they're not like what can they do?
Dude,
you know?
Well, like my stepdad the other day was telling me that he was pulling onto his street, right? And he was at a stop sign, and this dude fucking completely blew it, right? Like, and Shane almost hit this fucking guy, right? And so Shane is like, what the fuck, dude? Pulled up to his house. This guy, and this is like a 50-plus-year-old man on one of these bikes, pulls up to my mom's house and starts fucking arguing with Shane. Like, I don't have to fucking have the same rules you do. Like, I can run a stop sign. And Shane's like, hey, man, like, the only reason I yelled at you is because you blew a stop sign. You absolutely put yourself in danger. You have to follow the laws of the road. Shane said that guy came back 3 times to his house to fucking argue with him.
To argue with Shane?
Right, yeah. And I was like, well, first of all,
Shane's a house, you guys.
Yeah.
Shane is a really big fucking
brick
dude,
house,
man.
Yeah.
He is a house.
Yeah.
That dude could have ripped that dude's head off and stuffed that bike right up his ass.
Shane was like, he's all, dude, I ride a motorcycle. I ride like all these things. He's like, you have to follow the rules of the road. And this guy came back 3 times to argue with him. And by the 3rd time, Shane is like, if you come back to my house, I'm going to fucking kill you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You mentally unstable fuck, you know? And where me, I was like, 2nd time he showed up, over. It's over. It's fucking over. I mean, essentially, you know? Yeah. But yeah, the e-bikes have gotten nuts. There's gaggles of children on these bikes that do 60 miles an hour, you know?
Not only that, what's another thing that's been going on is there's a group of kids on these e-bikes that are wearing masks and shit, and they're going around and they're fucking people up.
Sure, yeah.
You know, and there's a couple of different people that are like, man, this is fucked up. This is bullshit. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I go, look, I could go ride my bicycle around all night long.
Right.
And I could see those guys and pedal through the middle of them.
Right.
And they're going to leave me alone.
Right.
They're just looking for clout on they're videoing it, and then they're doing shit to people that can't defend themselves.
Right.
And so hopefully when they do get caught, which by the way they did.
Oh really?
They got caught.
So there was a whole thing going on in Ventura?
Yeah, they rolled up and beat some homeless woman down there at where the 101 on-ramp and the 33 overpass is.
Really?
They beat some homeless lady. There's another video of them beating some homeless dude up that was like downtown somewhere. Damn. And it's just a group of fucking kids with black hoodies and white masks. But
mobile
the problem is I don't care what you're wearing. People are going to know it's you.
Yeah.
You
There's
know,
always something.
Yeah. So they from what I understand, they booked them today, and they're going like, okay, well, you guys are all part of all of this. Here's the videos, and they got their phones and the videos, and so hopefully they make a really good, solid example of them, and then they'll.
Yeah, it's like, and for me, like, I'm pretty Wild West. Like, I want people to do what they want to do. Like, it doesn't bother me to see a bunch of teenagers on these bikes.
No, go have fun.
But when, you know, as a kid, like, I've definitely done dumb shit. I've been hit by cars. I've been fucking, you know what I mean? Like, doing shit that I definitely wasn't supposed to do and got punished for it. Never in a million years would I have asked for money for it if I knew it was my fault. But you're starting to see a lot of these kids, like, you know, they're starting to run like a racket almost, you know what I mean? And they're like doing wheelies in the middle of the road, slowing down traffic and shit. And it's like, at that point, I want to open my door and fucking really just give you one. You know what I mean?
When I see a group of them and everybody's hanging out together and they're doing these big bike rides and stuff. Yeah. I understand that it's annoying.
It doesn't bother me.
But usually there's a couple of adults in the whole thing, and they're out there having fun, and so long as they don't fucking hit my truck or, you know, get something stupid, like, have fun, because it's not all the fucking time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But along with that is also be a bit respectful.
A little bit.
You know, we were in Santa Barbara, and we had went and got tacos at that one of the taco places on Milpas. It's killer. And we went and got tacos, and then we went downtown there's a park in the middle of downtown Santa Barbara. It's a big park, and there's a big middle area.
Yeah.
And so we parked the Cadillacs there, and we went and sat down, and we're all sitting there eating. Then all of a sudden, there's 30 bikes of all these different people, kids.
And they got Santa Barbara money, so, yeah.
They were Carpinteria kids, or
okay.
they were Milpas kids.
Okay.
But they rolled up, and as they rolled up, I was like, I immediately like pushed my food to the side and stood up and was like, what's going on here?
Do not touch my Cadillac,
it was,
dude. I would fuck you up.
They came up gang.
Like, oh, really? Like rolled up on you guys? Oh.
But they like rolled up like almost like Warrior style in the movie Warriors, where like they rolled up and there's these kids are doing wheelies around us, and there's these, and there was one older gentleman, and it turned out his dad was like Steve McQueen, or like his dad was like somebody really, really, really well known.
Oh, really?
And he just like he gathers his kids together and takes them on rides just to get them to go hang out.
Oh, okay.
And they ended up like just chilling and doing wheelies around us, and we sat there and talked and ate our tacos, and it was really, really, really cool. And that's the stuff I want to see.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Then the kids aren't just sitting at home playing video games.
Right.
They are actually getting out and they're having a good time, like we would do.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, which I'm all for. Like when I see, like I had a kid, and I felt so bad. I had 2 kids knock on my door today, right before I left for the podcast. And they were pulling a fucking wagon full of a bunch of cleaning supplies, and they were going door to door asking if they could wash people's cars for $15 a car. And every single part of me wanted to be like, bro, abso-fucking-lutely. You know what I mean? Like, I love that behavior, dude. Like, I was that same kid that would do all those things. You know what I mean? I figured out ways to make money, ways to do things. I ended up figuring out how to scam a lot of things. But, you know, I told them, I was like, look, I don't have time to be here today. But if you guys are around tomorrow, I'll come to the house. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah. I got $30 for you. You can wash both the fucking cars.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, okay, cool. You know, it's like to see like a 10, 13-year-old kids like out there doing shit. Like, and you're starting to see a little bit of resurgence of that, which is like nice.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll tell you right now. They can wash Honey's car.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was gonna let them wash
the Jeep.
Yeah.
And then I'll pay him to go wash. I'll go wash that car.
Yeah, not my truck.
Go wash the neighbor's car. Don't even worry about it. They don't even need to know.
Don't fuck up my truck.
I'll pay you the $45. Yeah. Just don't. You know.
And I also realized they don't have any water.
Yeah.
So my water bill, I was like,
it's still awesome.
But I love to see kids like out doing shit.
I had a young, very tan fellow come to my door a couple days ago.
Really?
And he had like old Jesus hair, like with the like how Vikings used to wear it before the black people started to culturally appropriate like their dreads and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cornrows.
Yeah. No. He had like dreadlocks.
Okay.
He was from Chicago, and he was a young guy, and he was, and he
knocked on your door?
He came and knocked at the door, and he was trying to sell, like, magazines to get points.
Okay.
And I went, hey, man, I'm not interested in any of this.
Yeah.
I'm really not, man, but here's, like, $8.
Yeah.
He goes, I can't take that. And I'm like, well, I appreciate your hustle. I appreciate that you're out here doing this, but I don't like one. I don't have 40 or $50 in my pocket, and I'm not giving you my card.
Right.
But I'll give you some money because I appreciate that you're out here doing it. And he was pretty rude.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, nah, man, it's not working. That's the second time that's happened.
Really?
I had a white guy that looked like he may have been out of prison for about 3 days.
Really?
And he came up and he's like, hey, I'm trying to do this and whoop-de-whoop and wop-de-wop, and can you do this? And I'm like, hey, look, man, I'm not really interested. And he goes, well, will you just fill this out and say no? Just like, I don't have a pen. He goes, well, I'll come in and sit down, and I'm like, and I get him in. He comes in the house, and I get a pen and I start to, I'm like, hey man, I'm not into this. Like, I'm not, I'll sign them, but like, I'm not. And he flipped.
In your house?
Yeah, his whole thing.
Really?
Was like, hey man, like, I'm like, whoa, bro. Like, you were cool as fuck on the outside. What are you trying to do now? Hey, dog, I'm not playing this with you, man. Get the fuck out of my house.
Right.
He goes, well, that's not. I'm like, hey, man, slow your roll right now
dude.
and get the fuck out of my house,
the wrong
bro.
House,
and
dude,
I was just like, because he was cool as heck. I mean, he was really chill.
Right.
Very cool. He, like, everything up until the point of, like when he got down, he realized,
really, no.
I'm really not getting
not
anything.
Gonna do it.
You, but I did tell you, hey, look, I appreciate your hustle.
Right.
Because I really do. I sold perfume door to door.
Dude,
You know, that walking up to people going, hey, man.
It's rough, dude.
I'll sell you this bottle of perfume.
Right.
And it's not perfume, it's parfume. But it's also, it's not $65, it's $15. And I'll sell you 5 bottles and give you a discount, you know?
We should totally Get Heavy perfume.
Oh, I'm in. Hell yeah.
Right?
I'm in, but it's got to smell good, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
Black ice, like a car scent.
I think I have that scent in my, I know I got it in my truck, but I think I got it on the shelves.
Is that your go-to scent?
My go-to, I have 6 of them.
Oh,
I don't
really?
have just one, but every one of them.
It's mostly black ice.
All of them. One is black as black. One is, and I swear to God, I'll send you photos. One of them is
Corinthian leather.
No, I'm not kidding. One of the bottles, and it's a really great scent, is black as black.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
And then there's another one that's another black as something. Yeah.
So good.
But
yeah, I love the hustle that I'm seeing from people now.
it's because there's no other way to make money anymore,
it's
man.
fucking rough, man. But to see the young kids out there trying to do something like that makes me stoked, man.
Yeah.
And I hope they fucking show up tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'll put them on Rosie's car and have them do it and do the thing. But, you know.
They're not, yeah.
You know,
I'll have them wash a Jeep twice.
Yeah, there you go.
Just wash the Jeep twice. We'll be okay.
Yeah, there you go, man.
I want to give you the $30, but hey, you're not touching my truck.
Yeah, it's trippy, man. It's fucking. It's interesting. It's weird to see the shift in kids right now. We just got back from camping, and that was a beautiful trip. But I'm seeing the shift in my children right now, where they're actually getting geared towards money. You know what I mean? Because they're realizing that like we don't have any, and I'm not just handing out fucking dollars around here. You know what I mean? Like, and my kids now are like trying to do shit to make money. You know, which actually Scout just gave Rosie her first tattoo the other day. Mm-hmm. Totally did her heart on Rosie's fucking arm, which is pretty wild. You know what I mean? She's had like 20 fucking people hit her up already, and I'm like, look, dude, you can do this, but you gotta fucking. You know, she's been practicing for a long time on fake skin, and she did a really good job on Rosie. Like, the heart looks cool. If you want to start doing it, that's fine, but you can't be charging people fucking big dollars. But you can make a little bit of money on the side doing this, you know? Like, and King, like, he wants...
Did we talk with Brett and was it Howie about apprenticeships? Or?
Yeah, 100% she wants to do it. But she has a ton of family, and, like, Rosie totally would let her do, like, a little heart on her arm, and she fucking did a great job, dude. Like, you know, and she has a million aunts and cousins. You know, obviously no one that's going to be underage, and she's not allowed to do them on herself at all, and she needs to go through apprenticeship and all that stuff. But
she needs to make sure that it's one of the biggest things about it is the cleanliness of it.
100%.
Making sure you know, watching them, you know, wrap everything in cellophane and make sure.
And that's what Rosie did to the whole table. Yeah. The whole table got cleaned. It got wrapped. Scout wore gloves, fresh cartridges, as clean as you can get it. You know what I mean? Like, essentially. Yeah. And yes, there's a lot of and she's not going to start doing it on everybody, but just to see my kids like starting to flip from that, I'm just out here living.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
100%. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
She needs to
do the thing,
do the right thing, and make sure she learns. Right. And there's a bunch of people around us that are amazing artists.
Well,
but along with that, at the same exact time, right? Well, I'm also like, she could tattoo on
totally.
She wants.
And that's how it is. Yeah. It's like, you're not allowed to hit your cousins that are under 18 or any of that shit. Yeah. And definitely not yourself. But you know, if like, it's just the flip.
Whatever she does,
she's gonna be good at.
Whatever she does. Yeah. Hold on. My first tattoo was taking chess pieces and melting the chess pieces and holding a piece of paper, and then melt the chess piece, and then the soot that comes up onto the paper
is the ink.
You scrape that into into a little cup with some toothpaste.
Yeah.
And then you take a needle with a little string run around it, and you
Yeah.
And we were in a trailer, in a trailer park in Shelton, Washington. I mean, it doesn't really,
dude.
The only 100%. Way it gets more white trash is if you go to Florida.
Right.
That's it. You know what I mean? Other than that, you know.
Well, that's
that
me
was
too.
My first
we used to use Indian ink needles and Indian ink, and I still have dots on my knuckles. I have fucking all kinds of
whatever.
Shit. You know, I was doing like fucking dots and weird. I mean, I have there's a million of things like that I was doing at her age. You know what I mean? Like. But she's what I'm saying is like the flip for my kids now, like to actually want to start to figure out how to make money is like you're starting to see this whole new realm of like kids that are like, oh yeah, no one's gonna come to save us. Like our parents are struggling, everyone's barely getting by because it's almost going back to like the 90s and the 80s again,
100%.
Where everyone's fucking dead broke. There's no room. And luckily, me and my wife have good jobs, and we can afford to do a camping trip every once in a while and like a little vacation once a year. But my kids know that if they want money, they got to earn it. Yeah. And you're starting to see the youth actually realize that and step out and do their thing. Because for years, you know, let's call it fucking from 2001-ish, you know what I mean, all the way till now, parents like coddled the living fuck out of their kids. You know what I mean? And I was never one of those people, but you're starting to see this huge shift of like everyone is in a financially tight spot. No one is fucking, I mean, we hear about in the tattoo industry, no one's getting tattoos. All the luxury items are starting to go away. Salzer's is like, you know, that's a rough fucking store to own right now. No one can afford to buy anything that's not necessity. And now you're starting to see the kids actually, the reflection of that, because they know their parents are fucking maybe not poor, but broke.
Yeah.
And they're starting to really get out and like try to do shit for themselves. And I think it's like, it's as a bummer as it is to like not be able to give your kids everything they want. You know, it's really cool to see kids start to branch out and be like,
I don't think you're supposed to give kids.
You're never supposed to do that.
I think that part of all of it is all these people have been like, you're the most important thing in this world, and don't let anybody else tell you anything different.
Right.
It's not true. You're not the most important thing in this world at all. Right. And you are to me.
Sure.
But to everybody outside of us, you need to prove to them that you are worth your wage and what you're doing.
Right.
And everything got so convoluted with that. I could never, when I was growing up, imagine. I never even thought about, like, you know, if I hit my mom up for something, I would, okay, I got to pay her back.
Yeah,
there's not
dude,
even
the guilt of like knowing that you're taking from your parents and have nothing is like wild, dude.
I never even thought about them not having. It wasn't even it was a like, you don't do that.
Right.
It wasn't even like, you know, my mom always did what she could for us, but I also, you know, would help my mom clean houses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd get off work, or I'd get off school, not off work. I'd get off school and I have to go meet her at Oxnard Shores and go help clean houses.
Right.
And then later on that day, I'm going to say like, hey, you know, she would pay me a wage.
Sure.
But then after that, knowing what she just fucking worked and did, I'm going to try to tell her, no, I'm going to go sew your fucking.
But that's the difference of growing up truly poor and middle class.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, my kids are growing up complete middle class.
Yeah.
They've never, ever experienced what it's like to not have electricity or internet or power or fucking food in the house. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, pat myself on the back, good on us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we've provided for our children.
Doing
but,
well.
But also, how do you like start to get your kids to be like, there's a point at which we can't give you these things.
Well, I think that instead of, I have money.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do have money. not only do I have money, I have money, I have a savings account, I have a truck, I have a car, I have a motorcycle.
Right.
I got this house.
Right.
You know how I got it? I worked for it.
Right.
This ain't your money.
Right.
This ain't your house.
Yeah.
This ain't your car.
Right.
Anything that you want like this, you have to go hustle and work for it.
Yeah.
If you want money from me, there's chores to do.
Yeah.
If you need extra money, ask me. You can go out and wash my truck, or we'd figure something out.
100%.
Because I think that it's just given, you know, and I'm I am a fucking money funnel for a bunch of fucking kids in my family, man. It is, and I'm trying to curtail it and get on their asses about it, but it's still when they hear like, hey, uncle, I'm trying to get to across town, or I got one of my nieces is just like, hey, look, let me buy you, like her son did really good in school. Look, I'm going to send you guys money, and I'm buying you guys food and have a good time,
No, that's all. Those are blessings. But, right? Those are blessings. But the thing that I've seen my kids switch into in the last, I'm going to say in the last 6 months, is not been, hey, can I have money? But it's been more like, what can I do to earn it?
See, that's the shit.
You know what I mean? And that, that's for me is like the big switch, because they realize that shit's not fucking free anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I'll get on their ass about cleaning the rooms and do the whole thing. I'll throw a fucking fit about all sorts of things. Anything you can imagine, I could throw a fit about. But what I've seen from my kids, and at least my generation of kids that I'm raising right now, is they're starting to realize that everyone's struggling. No one has extra money, and if I want to get it, I'm going to have to earn it.
Yeah.
And their language is starting to switch to, not can I have money, but what can I do to earn it?
For it?
Can I work? What can I do?
That's
you know what I mean? And it's really cool to see. And maybe it is a turning time of just their age, 16, 14, where they start to realize, you know what I mean? I realized it really early at 7, you know what I mean? That we don't have money, and anything, my mom always provided, but anything extra I wanted to do was going to be on me. So that's when I figured out how I could go to Kmart and fucking grab a receipt out of the trash can, and then go to the store and grab a couple of those items and then return them for my mom for cash. You know what I mean? I was like, I just made $45 fucking today. Yeah. That's when the hustle starts kicking in, And I think we're in that point now where you're starting to see it. You're going to see a whole generation of kids that figure out how to hustle. And it almost makes me proud a little bit.
Well, they have to.
They have to, right?
You can't. You go to the grocery store and you buy eggs, milk, bread.
Oh, dude, it's insane.
Milk's gross. But you buy milk and bread, some meat, your basic stuff, and you walk out. You spend $100.
Minimum.
And you got a bag.
Yeah, one bag.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll tell you, I went to Trader Joe's the other day. I haven't been to Trader Joe's in probably 6 or 7 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I went to Trader Joe's and I walked around and I bought a bunch of shit. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get carried away, but I bought some stuff that wasn't necessary stuff. I bought dumplings and all this different shit. And I walked up and my cart was pretty fucking full, man.
Right.
And I walked up to the counter and I got done and they're putting them, and I'm like, man, fuck. This is going to be a lot, dude. And I'm just sitting there. It was $60.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was stoked.
Yeah.
Because every time I go into Vons, it's...
Yeah. Trader Joe's is the spot if you have a couple people in your family.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. It's for me, it's nonsense to go there. Rosie loves that fucking place, and she gets shit from there all the time. But I remember it used to be $25 a bag from Trader Joe's. Then it's $35, and now it's $45 to $50 a bag.
That's where I'm at.
You know what I mean? That, and that's the inflation in the world that we're living in. But just to see the youth start to figure that out and be like, hey, there's no safety net here, dude. I mean, we're about to start World War III.
You're also you're comparing your kids, and it's not all your kids are doing well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still think that we're still dealing with a lot of the helicopter parenting.
Oh my
still
God,
going
it's
on,
insane, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's wild, dude. I don't know. I mean, and fucking, so what, dude? They're going to get swallowed up when the world fucking falls apart. You know what I mean?
No, you're going to raise your kids until they're fucking 40.
100%, yeah. Yeah. And I tell my kids all the time, I said, you're going to get your 18th birthday at my house, and at 19, you're going to owe me $50 to $100 a month.
Yeah.
And it's going to go up every year on your birthday until you can either pay me the rent or figure out how to move the fuck out. Right?
I'm going through it right now.
Yeah.
It's one of my nieces. She's more like my daughter.
Right.
I've been helping with her since she was born. Mm-hmm. And she's now needing a place to stay.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, okay, but just understand, you know, you couldn't handle that house, and you couldn't handle that house, and you couldn't handle that house. You know, I don't.
You think Uncle Jay's going to be fucking real easy on
like,
you?
hey,
yeah, totally.
You know, you got some brothers and stuff that have come and tried to stay with me too, and like I don't play that, man. On another side note that was really really cool, because I really don't, you know, my nephew Ethan, love you motherfucker. My nephew Ethan the other day called me up and we were chatting, and you know, he's my favorite. I love him so much. And he calls me up. He's like, Uncle, I get it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
How old is he?
22.
Late 20? Oh, he's early
23?
20s. Okay.
No, I don't know, man.
He's probably 26.
He looks like he's about 12. He's about 5 foot fucking one and like 90 pounds.
Great kid.
Dude, totally gay. But he's all like, I get it, man, and I'm sorry. And I'm all, what are you talking about? Man, all that time you were like, man, fucking do your dishes. Fucking take out the trash. Put your shit away.
Right.
Clean your fucking room. What is wrong with you?
Right.
And I was on his ass all the time. He's like, man, now that I've got my own place and he's married and he's got a wonderful wife and she's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, she drives me nuts,
dude.
bro.
Life is hard. Life is hard, bud. God, it gets hard.
He goes, I hate how clustered our house is.
Oh, dude, I'm with you.
I totally understand why you were so fucking mad at me all the time. Totally. I am so. This conversation was 3 days ago.
Right.
You know, and he's just like, I'm sorry, Uncle. I get it now, man.
Yeah.
I now, because
how satisfying is that phone call, though?
Yeah, you
right?
know,
pretty satisfying.
Yeah, it really is.
Because I remember calling my mom once and just being like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm just straight up sorry. Life fucking sucks.
My room smelled like butthole for fucking 5 years.
Dude, the amount of butthole coming out.
Dude,
oh my god, dude. Fucking my teenage
right there,
boy.
Right?
Oh, hey, dude.
Feet and ass.
He comes out of the room and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it smells like buttholes.
Yes.
Like multiple buttholes in your room.
So gross, dude.
They're so gross.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
And girls would come to the house and go into our room and have sex with us in these fucking rooms
in these situations
that were so fucking nasty, dude. You're like, how did you guys even... You know, like I don't.
They're too dumb to know.
My dick game's not that strong. you know.
Yeah.
How fucking desperate were you that you're willing to go fucking sniff this bedroom,
dude? Yeah, because I walk into King's room sometimes. I'm like,
it's so gross.
What
dude.
the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? I lost it on him this morning. I was like, dude, go clean your room. It's disgusting. Like, it's actually disgusting. You know.
And shower.
He's good about showers now, but I think he figured out. I think he's figured out some shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's like at the age where he takes like 2 showers a day.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like where that's a weird switch, dude.
The best showers ever.
I know, right?
God, I wish I could have that shower.
I know, right? Isn't it amazing?
I would literally pay my doctor to give me more testosterone so that I could have that shower.
Crank 2 showers
now.
a day.
Just one good one, bro.
Dude, yeah.
Get the soap going, and actually, it's not even the soap. For you guys that don't know, it's conditioner.
Right.
Conditioner's the best when you're in the shower.
Shampoo, don't do it. Soap, don't do it.
Soap, nope. Shampoo.
You're gonna want to sting when you're peeing.
Good conditioner. Yeah. My brother did that, dude. Yeah.
Oh, I've done it.
I have
every lubricant you could possibly jerk off with.
Yeah.
I've used. 100%.
I'm a dry guy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice.
My brother did it.
I do like I'll get a nice lube when I'm feeling real sexy by myself.
Same. I did this weekend.
If I know I'm like completely by myself,
100%.
I'm gonna fucking treat myself like a prince, dude.
I swear to God, I was like, oh man, you know, my lady was gone. She took the dog. I didn't have really anything. And the same exact thing, lighting candles, getting all know. Get the robot so you can open it up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Get a little, dude. Fucking, I had to find the fucking lube though, because it was a bit of a journey and kind of ruined the mood for me for a minute. I was a little bummed.
Yeah, it's all right.
I got back.
You get back on track. Yeah. Get back at pace.
Yeah, I got one of those little pocket things, man.
A pocket pussy?
You ever get one of the ones?
I've never used an instrument.
They got
that makes sense. It would be that
dude.
size.
No, they make them that are these little eggs. and they're supposed to be like this little sleeve.
You put it in your butthole?
I don't know. I bought a bunch of them. I gave them to all my nephews one year for Christmas. Yeah.
You did not.
Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I did. Hell yeah,
I've
I
never
did.
used anything like that.
And nephews that got those, comment. You know, if you guys
Please
are
let us know
listening,
how they're
comment.
working.
Yeah, no. The first time I tried one though, I immediately busted it in half. I was like, "Is this right?
Yeah,
This doesn't make sense at all."
Yeah, dude.
But no, man, it was a good. I had a good little afternoon.
Dude, there's
About a
nothing
good 5
more
minutes.
incredible than a teenage jerk, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
And then because I can envision it right
it's
now
so good, dude.
in Tahuya when I'm like 13 years old, and we're in a log cabin, and I'm in the bathroom, looking at the magazines my dad gave me.
Oh yeah, they're on the back of the toilet.
No, not these ones.
Oh,
No,
okay.
my dad gave me real
My grandpa
shit,
had a stack of fucking Playboys and Hustlers on the back of his toilet 24 hours a day.
Ours was way more Hustler
Yeah.
than Playboy.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was,
Dude, you could crank to anything back then.
anything.
It didn't matter.
Didn't know. Give me the Sears catalog.
Yeah, it's fine.
Um,
Show me a bra.
but I remember my dad walking by, and you're fucking in the middle of it. He just bangs on the door, and you're like,
Mama!
"Dad, I'm taking a shit." He's all, "You fucking liar," and then you're just fucking beat red.
Oh, yeah.
Dick in hand.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh my god, man,
Yeah.
what the fuck?"
But then guess what? You brow down and power through it, right?
Didn't even know. It was 2 seconds.
Yeah,
of,
I know.
Fuck, I better whip this out real quick and then
Yeah, totally.
go find out what he wants me to do.
Totally.
And then you walk outside and he's just laughing at you.
Yeah.
And you're so insecure at that time. You're like, "Oh, you don't even know."
He doesn't even
He
know.
doesn't know
Dude.
what's up.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know that I've been in there for 45 minutes. Yeah.
For the 3rd time.
Well, 100%. Yeah.
And you got one before you even got out of bed.
Oh, dude, it was incredible. Yeah, I'm like afraid to touch anything in King's room. I'm not touching it.
No.
It's disgusting, man.
Nope.
But yeah, it's incredible. But yeah,
Yep.
when you
Just
get the
send
opportunity,
Rosie
like
in there.
treat yourself like a little princess, dude. You know what I
Instead
mean?
you're telling Rosie, "Hey, man."
Oh,
you
yeah,
gotta-
she does all the room shit.
Oh.
She never had brother. Well, I guess she kind of did, but not like that. But yeah, that's her job.
Yeah.
You know, that's a mother's job
Hey, man.
to pick up a sock that is as stiff as a fucking board,
God, dude. It's
and
so
and wonder
gross.
why, and wonder
It's
why.
so
You know what I mean? Like,
It's just so nasty.
yeah, it's brutal, dude. Yeah, it's beautiful, but
Hey, for all you guys that are out there doing that, man, just grab a roll of toilet paper, get it into the tissue, and then throw it away. Don't be lazy.
yeah.
You know, if you miss the tissue and you get all over your chest, grab another tissue. Don't just grab a fucking sock and then just wipe the sock and throw it on the floor. Grab a paper towel. Don't be rude.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
A little,
Some
little
hard-hitting facts over
FYI
here.
from Uncle Jay.
On Get Heavy podcast. Yeah. It's beautiful, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. Did you see they actually just passed a law to reinstate the draft automatically? Did you see that? The draft is fully in effect from automatically any male or maybe identifying as 18. As soon as you turn 18, you're automatically enrolled in the draft. Pretty wild.
What the fuck?
You see that? No?
I think I saw something.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. They're getting ready. They're getting ready for some shit, dude.
Because they're causing it.
Well, of 100%, but
That's not real.
it is real. Yeah. The House just passed it. It's an automatic draft thing.
Okay, so
They are gearing up for World War III, for sure.
they're gearing up for it, but this is where America's going to flip the switch.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I at least I really, really hope so, because if they send any of my kids, any of them, you're drafted, you're going to the military, I'm going to immediately go, "No, you're not.
Well,
You're not. Fuck you. No, you're not."
sure.
You know what I mean? No, you're not. I mean, we're not. This isn't fucking 1964, 65.
It's fucking
This ain't
about to be.
Vietnam.
It's about to
This
be.
ain't some shit. Not getting.
Dude, it's automatic now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's
No, it's
true.
not.
We can look it up. We'll Google it.
That is
No.
wild.
Yeah, draft is
No,
an
it's-
automatic thing
no,
now.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not going to automatically be for my kids, and I'm guessing for most
You know what's
Americans
weird?
across this
Is
country, that
my
it's not
daughter-
going to be automatic for them.
Exploring the loopholes to
Well,
fuck the loopholes, fuck all that shit. If that's
dude.
actually what they're talking about doing, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Seriously, go fuck yourself. You're not going to do that. I'll let you guys play all this fucking bullshit you guys want to play and all this stuff that you're fucking doing, which is all bullshit. You're all just making money for yourselves.
Right.
But when you guys start reenacting a draft, you can go fuck yourself.
Well, dude, that's the trippy part.
Yeah.
And you know what's really weird is my daughter has been talking to me about joining the Marine Corps lately. She said that on TikTok right now, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, the fucking all Navy have been putting out these incredible videos, like about joining the military, and they're doing a really good job. They're getting like a whole, like, even my daughter, a lesbian artist, is like watching these videos, and she's like,
is she still lesbian?
it looks pretty, well, whatever. It's whatever she says she is.
Well, I know, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Kenny, can you have me a drink, please? Or I'll grab it, but...
Yeah, so
I think
they've been doing these
got
like
him fucking on stuck, huh? What? Just
a
any
drink.
Fucking
There's a bunch
drink.
of vodka, tequila. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate
so
it very
she
much,
was.
brother.
My daughter was showing me these videos that the military, the Air Force, the Marines are putting out on TikTok that make like the Marines look fucking badass, and there's like a generation of kids that are like, fucking might be an option, you know what I mean? And my daughter and I had this long. My wife is 100% against it, and obviously I'm 100% against anyone fighting for anything that has
all
nothing to
we're
do with
fighting
us.
for is Halliburton and fucking Blackwater and all these. We're not fighting for anything real. There's nothing real about our fucking government. There's nothing real about what they're fucking standing for. There's nothing real about any of it. It's all fucking propaganda to make all these fucking
100%.
millionaires more fucking money.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I straight asked my kids, I said, here's the reality of war. I actually told her that story that Tim Kennedy told on that Sean Ryan podcast about his first sniper detail, where Tim Kennedy is a decorated Green Beret, a fucking sniper, a million things, a UFC almost champion. He's a fucking savage.
Watchdog?
Yeah.
So
he went on
his... Watchdog, what is it?
What's that?
What is the thing that he does now where he goes into these different places and helps distract people?
He has a million things. I don't know. He has his own schools, all kinds of shit. But I made her watch this video of Tim Kennedy talking about his first sniper detail where he was watching a building where all of his fucking friends are in. He's a sniper. And a fucking dude is kind of sneaking up to the building, right, with a rifle. And fucking Tim Kennedy takes this motherfucker out, right? and then he's all, rarely do you as a sniper get to see who you shot, right? You just don't most of the time. He's all, but this detail had us in the path of going exactly where the fucking guy was. He's all, we go up there, it's a 12-year-old kid. 12-year-old kid holding a rifle. He's all, my first sniper fucking detail, I killed a fucking 12-year-old. He's all, I fought tooth and nail to get this kid's rifle, because you can't take trophies of war anymore. He went through all the things of the government and all the fucking things and got the rifle that the kid was holding, and it's on his fucking mantle with his name, and this is the reality of war, right? And I asked my daughter, I said, do you think that you could fucking do this for America? And she went, maybe. And I just fucking saluted her, dude. I was like, holy fuck, dude. You know, but like the military right now on TikTok and through social media is doing a really good job of convincing kids that it might be a fucking option. It might be a real option. And that it's a reality. I'm not saying it's right 100%. I don't want my kids to go to fucking war, period. The realities of that I've never experienced. I can't even imagine to experience. But what's happening is this fucking government is preparing the generational youth for war right now.
Sweet. How
they
much
really
time are we in this at? Where are we at? 57. Nice. Love you guys. Get Heavy Podcast.
Well, I mean, dude, it's just a reality. It would break my heart.
Seriously, man, I have no interest in getting into this unless we're going to do this as a whole different deal, because to me is just... It is just such fucking bullshit.
It's such bullshit.
It is all... There is abso-fucking-lutely no reason for us to be supporting Ukraine.
100%.
There's no reason for us to be supporting Israel and Palestine. There's no reason for us to be supporting all of these people and going to war with all these people.
That's the reality.
It is a bunch of people that are controlling the strings of everything, that are driving our kids because their kids will never even come close to it.
Right.
They are just running our kids into the shit so that all of these people can make billions of dollars. It has nothing to do with this. Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, his whole fucking family were fucking stacked up in Ukraine before we go to Ukraine and fight Ukraine.
Right.
Why are we, now we're going to send our fucking kids to go fight against Putin, and Putin keeps going, hey, look, man, I told you guys that this was the line and you guys crossed it, and everybody fucking ignores it.
100%.
Like, it just, I'm not, my fucking kids ain't doing it.
Yeah.
And I think anybody that's really a fucking real American should be going like, no, man, this is bullshit. You guys, all you guys that are talking about my Second Amendment, and this is what my Second Amendment was for, this is what it's for, well, this is what it's for. Because at the same time we're talking about this, they're also passing legislation that you can't have a militia, that you can't do this, and you can't do all this different shit. That the reason we have the Constitution and these certain amendments is so that when our government goes, hey, you need to send your kids to war, you can go, no,
fuck you. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know,
hey, man, having a draft at this day and age, and anybody that's okay with it, you can go fuck yourself.
No, I'm not okay with it.
You
know what I mean? Man. But it's the thing is that it speaks to a generation of kids that know they truly have no options. And as like a parent, as a parent that is raising kids right now, the reality is that yes, I have Roth IRAs and I have things set up for my retirement and all these things. None of it is going to make a bit of difference. And you have a generation of kids right now that just like in 9/11, when 9/11 happened, how many fucking people joined, right? That was an attack on us, all this shit. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying I agree with it at all. But I'm telling you, this is what's happening with the youth. The youth right now is being convinced online, on TikTok, that military might be the best option.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it is the reality of things. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying it is because I was too fucking.
Ask anybody that's in the military what they think.
Well,
ask them how they feel about it, because a lot of them aren't very happy about it, but they do it because it's kind of a job.
Well, because
they want to get their 20 years, so they get their 20-year retirement.
They get free college. They get fucking maybe a GI Bill. They can buy a house.
That went in there and they got fucked up, and now they're all
Kenny,
messed up.
I mean, you fucking did it. You know. Do you have a mic on?
Psychological operations.
Do you have a mic?
No,
Oh shit. Okay.
Psychological operations and propaganda are the two introductory things to understand before they go make a decision.
So if you didn't hear that, Kenny said psychological operations and propaganda are the two things that they absolutely.
Propaganda is how they've done everything forever. And now that we have the internet, you should be able to kind of figure it out on your own.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the fact that a Chinese-run spyware is now contributing to get our fucking youth to go join the military.
Right. It's wild, dude.
Is fucking nuts.
It's crazy. And like I said, I don't agree with it in a million ways.
I don't know if I've ever been more triggered on this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm the same way. Like, if you would have asked me, because
you're the same way, but you're talking to your kid about it like, well, it's an option.
No, I didn't say that.
But the story you just told was saying that.
I joked about the saluting her part. The reality is that I would never in a million years want my kids to experience war.
No,
and
never in a million years are my kids going to go do that.
Well, and that's fine. But
especially, look, if one of my kids goes, hey, look, man, I think I want to go into the Navy and I'm going to go do this stuff, I'm going to try to discourage you from doing it. My nephew did it, but my nephew is a Curran. So he got kicked out. He really did. Like, you know, typical
Curran style.
Yeah, dude, completely. If that's what you want to do and you're like, oh, look, man, this is why I'm doing it, okay, then fine. But if you're going to try to tell me that you're going to take my granddaughter or my daughter or my son or my nephew and tell them, hey, you're going to Ukraine, you're going to North Korea or South Korea, you're going to all these different places that could completely not be a problem, but our government keeps instituting stuff that makes it a fucking problem, and you guys have to go do this?
I get it.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm with
done.
you. I was way too jaded and way too in the know in like 2001. I was at military age in 2001, and it fucking pissed me off when I watched those towers go down. And luckily, I was too jaded and too punk rock and knew enough about the government and how fucking bad this was, where I wouldn't want to do it. But the thing is now is that the youth have no hope. There's no hope for their future. Just like my generation is the first generation of kids, and Kenny, and maybe even you, where we're doing worse than our parents were.
Well, maybe there's no way I'm doing.
I am. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm doing better than probably any generation.
Sure, but we also came from pure poverty. You know what I mean?
Also, there's options for kids to do stuff out there.
100%.
It's just you have to go backwards. Not look at it like, hey, I want to get this IT job, but look at it like, hey, look, I'm going to create this product that I can sell.
Sure.
And create and do this stuff because it's out there, man.
100% is out there.
So there's opportunities and chances, and I think that we have to not look like what was it before the Kenny? What did they the programming the
MK Ultra?
No.
Coding.
I appreciate that.
Coding. Like so internet coding.
It was for a while. It was like, hey, get into coding.
Yeah, get into coding. Now it's learn AI.
And now there's no coding.
Now it's learn AI.
But fuck learning AI.
That's
learn
the thing.
how to make learn how to make a hand woven, like hand stitched leather glove. Learn how to go out there and put that spike in that fucking bull's head. And then work with the farmer to get the fucking skin so that you can start making a vest or a jacket or some boots or some pants. Yeah. I mean, but that's what we need to go back to, and if we do that and start creating industry within the United States again, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's like Stitch, Isaac. Isaac's out there all the time doing his own fucking thing.
100%.
He's making
there's a million
money,
avenues
he's
to
doing
do
good.
that. Yeah.
Like there's all kinds of stuff. You just have to be motivated and understand. Like, and there's people making soaps, and there's people making food, and there's people making honey or doing pickled different things and all this different stuff to where you don't have to go to Vaughn's to buy it. You can go to the local market, pay the same price, and you're supporting a friend.
Right.
Do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as like getting drafted and supporting our government, like nobody should be supporting our government.
No.
Like we talked about the whole paying taxes and shit.
Yeah.
Like if there was, and they got us fucked. But we shouldn't have to be able. They should not be able to.
We should not sacrifice the youth.
We shouldn't have sacrificed our country.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing. We have a government that's sacrificing our country on a daily fucking basis.
Right.
And the right and left can't get their shit together enough to go, hey, wait a minute, let's do this together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because they're both making money off of it.
Yeah.
Right?
RFK,
baby.
RFK all day.
Well, I haven't said that. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
good
fuck you, by the way.
I'm sorry, dude.
No,
I'm just telling you the reality
of
things.
Dick.
Yeah.
You fucking set me off. We were having such a good time. I'm so fucking mad. My ears are tense. My ear hurts and it's fucking tight, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I want to end this. I love you guys, but fuck Craig.
Okay,
you know
fine.
what I mean?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's
any one
the
of you
reality.
motherfuckers that think Gavin Newsom's going to be a good fucking
Jesus.
president,
Here we go.
You started it, bro.
I didn't start
was
anything
just
about
here
Gavin.
hanging out.
I'm just telling you that my kids are being fucking.
God damn, man.
My kids
I'm
are being
sweating,
fucking
I'm angry,
drafted on TikTok.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Draft
That's
these
wild.
Fucking nuts all over your chin. Hey, look, Get Heavy Podcast. Go check out our merch. We got Tongues playing at the fucking Ventura Fest thing at down at Wainimi Beach. It's it's called the Wainimi Rodeo.
There you go.
We're
Come
doing
check it out,
Wainimi
dude.
Rodeo, Tongues playing.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Nardfest, July 12th. The fucking Wrath is playing. Our only show. We're 10 years fucking back. We broke up 10 years ago. We're playing our first full record. Come check it out. If you like this podcast, comment, like, subscribe, fucking leave a fucking review on all the things, and check out the Patreon. And then also check out our merchandise, getheavypodshop.com.
Yep.
We love you. Bye.